This subpar human right here is Jonathan Snape. The anger-fueled 31-year-old man who is from Manchester was jailed for life when he was blinded by a rage, got into his car and deliberately drove it into a crowd at the Salisbury club in Truro Avenue, Stockport. It's worth mentioning, in the dangerous incident, Jonathan Snape had also K'd his friend in the incident, that being 30-year-old Nathan Marshall. The 31-year-old had spent the day drinking in pubs on May 27, 2018, across Brinnington. A group of people were in attendance, including 30-year-old Nathan Marshall. Now, because the boisterous group of people had drunk point after point after point, and they were said to be belligerent and loud and animated, Jonathan ended up getting into a shouting match that turned heated at the Salisbury club. Now, Jonathan had bored a hand and then landed a hook on the jaw of a person. That man then fell to the ground and was said to have just stayed there. A innocent woman then attempted to get between the two groups of people before bouncers ordered Jonathan Snape to leave the club, and he did. However, outside the club, police says that Jonathan was fueled with misguided rage, anger. He was mad, seething even. After he was the only person to launch his hands and feet. Feeling peed off, Jonathan stormed over to his car, a black Audi A4, a car that Nathan and another friend had also been passengers in before. Now, it's not known if Nathan or the other friend knew what Jonathan Snape was going to do next, but it would prove fatal. Jonathan lost all sense of reason because when he was in the Audi, he spun the Audi around, shifted the car from first gear, then into second gear, then into third, and then drove it directly at a group of people who were mingling outside the club. Jonathan had targeted the people that he had been scrapping with. One victim was struck first, their frame smashing the windscreen. They were then launched into the air on impact. Jonathan then collided with a second person. Now, during the impact, a witness noticed that the second person was actually Nathan Marshall, who was now underneath the Audi A4 black. And just like that, Jonathan then sped away. Now, police found a badly damaged Audi in a central reservation on the M60 12 hours later, after the car would not run again. And when people found out that Nathan Marshall was dead, and it was rumoured that Jonathan Snape had been responsible in his drunken rage, Jonathan made a decision to turn himself in. You can ask yourself why. Now, according to police, when they reviewed the footage, it showed that Jonathan was taken by unexplained rage and anger that would not subside. His intention was to cause as much damage and pain as possible, and he used his car to K. However, police did say it was obvious that Jonathan would not have meant to K Nathan, whom was his good friend, and at Minstrel Street Crown Court, Jonathan was found guilty of the M of his pal Nathan Marshall and also attempted M, and he was jailed for life with a minimum term of 24 years. The question is, does the crime match the sentence? Let me know. Stay safe. Safe.